talk to me about love tank. Is that like a phrase? Like, did your parents or mom say that growing up? Like,
No,
where did that come
it's so bizarre because I remember specifically we were out filming somewhere, and he never really held my hand. He never really had his arm around me. I like to feel loved, and I'm like, my love tank is empty. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, there's a tank inside my heart. It's empty. And he's like, what are you saying? I said, he goes, I didn't even know you had a love tank. I go, well, there's our problem. It needs to be
from?
filled. And it
That
was the
explains
only
it being
thing
empty.
it was the only thing I could think of at the time, like, there's an issue here because 'cause I'm not getting any love, like, it is an empty, loveless relationship. I loved him, but it was I'm sure some of you who are out there listening that when you are in a relationship, you love the person. I loved Don, and I still care for him as a person, but I was empty. Like, there was no touching, there was no intimacy. I would travel, I think I've said this before, we wouldn't call each other. He would travel, we wouldn't find out if we got there safe. I mean, Michael's like calling me from the plane, like, I'm about to take off. I love you. I'm like, you just got to the airport. Okay, good. I'll talk to me when you land in Mexico, which he
So
did
cute.
yesterday.
Yeah.
He's in Mexico right now. Um, so that's I think that just became something that I could relate to. And a lot of people have said, like, I get what you said at the time when you said that we could be in loveless relationships. I wish I would have gone maybe to some therapy or counselor or something to learn how to get that spark back because we had it at
Mhm.
one time and it emptied out. So when it empties out, like when your gas tank is empty, you have to go fill it. So how do you fill it? It's not sex or intimacy. It's being together, holding each other's hand, opening the door for me. Oh,
Maybe
me
reestablishing what makes us feel connected because it could
me
change over the
me
years, you know?
cooking dinners for him. He really loved that. I make really good Texas hash and all these different things that he loved. I was like, this is my love. Was it the love? The seven things or five things of the love signs, this
Oh,
language.
God. Yeah, love
It's a
languages.
language. My
Yeah.
love language was doing for him and cooking for him. I don't like gifts. If he gave me a gift, it wouldn't mean anything, but spending time together, physical touch.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah.
that was
I was
important.
gonna ask next, like, if you had advice for people who feel that their love tanks are empty, but your advice, I guess, is just do what you can
Find
to
find
yeah.
out what their find out what their language is and communicate with him or her that you're not getting your language. So Michael knows my language. I like to spend time. I like physical touch. Just hold my hand, put your arm around me. The other night we were out to dinner and he was like this with his elbow on the table. I go, first of all, you don't put elbows on the table.
Mhm.
Second of all, your body language is like this. He goes, well, because my neck hurts. I'm like, well, then switch chairs because this is giving me the bad juju. He's like, oh my God, you are so high maintenance. I said, no, because I'm not liking this. You feel like you're not approachable. He's like, I get what you're saying. I will be better.
Yeah,
So
and I mean, look, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you don't tell them how you feel, and the thing is, too, is regret is a bitch, and you never want to look back and be like, God, if I just said this, if you
yeah.
just let me know, and not that it will fix everything, but at least might even give you a little bit more clarity on the end of things, So,
I learned a lot about not communicating.
mm,
So
yep, God gave us a
communicate.
voice, everybody, so make sure you use it.
Mhm.
Um,